just want to show you this. It's our big tractor. We call it the bitch. It's New Holland 8040. Made in Wisconsin. Them American tractors are very, very good. Bit more heavy duty. It's all it is it's case magnum. £340 horsepower. Full like a train. We've had a few problems with it though. We had a little annoying idle leak, which was the sump gasket, and the bloody engine had to come out to mend it. Couldn't get out the sump gasket, and it's got them two solenoids down there. Two solenoids there. They're £1,200. That front suspension. But I'm going to see if I can get them imported from America. I'm just going to source them on internet. Because when we used to have a 8040 John Deere, you know, they're articulated things. Couldn't get any parts here. And it wasn't hard work getting them from America. And they were very, very cheap. So yeah, 340 horsepower. She does subsoiling. Got 6 metre power for her. What else we got for it? 6 metre power, a big subsoiler. Does a bit of pressing. Muck spreading, good muck spreading tractor. Yeah, it's a lot handier than it looks. It ain't got the super steer on it. It's got front suspension, cab suspension. I didn't really want it. I thought it was too big, but we knew where it had come from. It came from a local carrot firm, and it was on a bed tiller, 3-bed tiller. And this big trailer they used to tow about, a 3-axle trailer, great big wheels on it, and then they used to tip that trailer into other trailers on Edland. It was a special Larrington trailer, I think, and that did that. We knew the driver. And he said it'd always been a very, very good tractor for them. Done about 5,500 hours. And apart from the oil leak, we ain't not really wrong with it. We do about 400 hours a year with it. So at that hours, we don't warrant buying a new one. How much would a bloody new tractor like this? Because it would cost. It will cost £150,000, won't it? Very, very, it's full power shift. It has got steps though, so what we tell lads is just find that range if you're pulling. Find that range and don't go out with it. There's 4 or 5 gears in that range before it has a little bit of a delay and a kick to go into another range. So find your range for your machine, match your machine, and away you go. But lovely to drive. It just pull for England. I mean, bloody pull. Serious horsepower. It's totally on top of the job. Very, very economical if it's on top of the job. You can. Like you've got a fuel use there, and it tells you as you're going along what you're using. And if you throttle her back to about 1600, 1700 revs, and you're on top of the job, 40 litres an hour pulling a, well, Simba Solo, that's what I do with it, pulling that, and you're covering ground, and it's very economical. But it's good. She's done about 6,500 hours. It was very, very cheap. Unbelievably cheap. I bought it trade off a trade mate of mine. So about what you see, but we knew where it come from. The driver said it was good, so it was bad luck if something blew up. And so we took a punt on it, and it was the best thing I ever did. As I say, I thought it was too big. But you need to be on top of the job. I mean, we managed with Magnum for a year or two, but when under strain, some of our heavy land takes some work, and you know, you need this kind of muscle to pull the bloody stuff properly. Anybody can pull these machines if they're making half a job, but to make a proper job, you want some serious horsepower. And look, Bear Brackus comes and does us a bit. So yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's nice and quiet as well. Nice and quiet, lovely environment. We had a little bit of a problem this year actually, and it was north in the summer. Our mechanic Frank, he put a new, it was sooty inside the engine, so it had, we put a new manifold on it. Anyway, after this putting manifold on, I grew up early and I went Simba soloing first thing, and then our Ollie jumped on it about 10. Anyway, walking away from it, I could hear this only at that side of it. You couldn't hear it from in here. And it was like missing. It was like running on 5 cylinders. And then it disappeared. And then oh, and it got worse and worse. And we thought it was something to do with new manifold. And we were totally baffled. We plugged it in. And it said it was off on an injector, so we got the injectors done, and I don't think, well, we didn't need to do them, but it does, now we've got all the problems sorted out, it does pull like a train. It's really, they were going to need doing it next year too, but, and it was just, well, a wire here. Yes, when we did that, plug it in, it said irregular current going to injector pump. It was one of them little wires. Little wires was bust, and it won't get quite the proper voltage through. And yeah, it was just off on a cylinder. So one cylinder's been freewheeling most of the bloody season. No wonder she was a little bit down on power. But yeah, good tractor, bloody good tractor. But that's an 8.3 Cummins, and so it's an 8.3 Cummins in Magnum. So in that day they were getting 180, 200 out of them, and then they're getting 340 out of them. So, but I dare tell you how cheap it was, because it was cheap. In fact, a dealer offered me 5 grand straight away. I could have sold it for 5 grand more. In fact, well, there's no secrets, it was 34.5 grand. And I think it's still worth that today. And we've had it 4 or 5 years. In fact, I think if we look after it, that'll do me a lot of years. For 400 hours, we don't, like I said, we don't want spending £160,000 for 400 hours. I mean, who does? I mean, anybody buying new tractors, in my opinion, want to be getting 1,500 hours out of them, unless it's a bad investment. You know, they're earning their money then. But anyway, I don't know it all, so. But now, if you like this video, like and subscribe, and we'll do another one. Okay, see you later.